Yo! Welcome in. What is that? I don't care what that is. Go away. Welcome in, everybody. So we're getting more high runes today. Just in case, I don't want to spoil it for you, but we are getting more high runes today. Just so you know. Let's go, go, go. Mr. Novocaine, what's going on? Wicked Ball, Sunil, Legends. That's notification gang type stuff right there. Welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Monday. They're healing the bejesus out of this guy, huh? They were healing him a lot. Bring a Merc inside. Mom, yo, what's going on, Mom? Welcome in. You can tell she's got the notifications on too. Woo, yeah. Welcome in. Great to see you. Hopefully you're doing wonderful. Go on, EJ, Jeffrey. Oh my goodness. Wicked Ball's birthday today. Happy birthday. Let's see. What are you turning, if I can remember correctly? Are you 37 now? I think it was. Times 2? Just kidding. But yeah, happy birthday. Yo, yo, yo. Sunil, yeah, rocking the wolf howl. The wolf barb. I've never really used it. It's not really great for farming, really, since it has no AoE of any kind. But this is like the one instance I think you could justify using it if you were going to use it, so I decided to rock with it here, especially since I'm mainly trying to get high runes right now, which is kind of the, you know, one of the primary things for Trav as well. So I don't have to worry about stacking any magic finds, so I don't need to wear the Shaco or whatnot or any, you know, a lot of other MF gear. And yeah. Ooh, soul rune. That's got me. So no. When you're in wolf form, you can't. But I just change out. Like, so yeah, I'm just swing, you know, and then I just and then item find, and then save and exit. Yeah, that's why running places, like, even though you can kill stuff all over the place with this build, right? But it's chaos and whatnot. But then popping out into item find is like, and then popping back into form, teleporting around, item finding, taking stuff out, item finding, you know, it's like, oh my god, what a disaster. And of course you can do that stuff, but I can tell you this guy ain't. Wicked Ball turning a young 51. Marty, what's going on? Yeah, no, actually, were you in the top chat thing? Let me see up here. No, top chat didn't block you out. I just straight up ignored you, Marty. No, I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. It was there, but yeah, welcome in, Marty. My bad. Where were we at? G-Stacks, what's going on? I got a little distracted here. Let me try to catch up here. Spooky, what's going on? Nightbot, you legend, says hit the like button. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Got to do Worldstone Keep for them high runes. That's probably in the rotation. I've done several Worldstone Keeps. Well, we'll call it a couple Worldstone Keep sets of runs in the last like year. So, do I have the wrong? I don't. Wow, why was he taken out so slow? What was going on there? I do not like Worldstone Keep. Like, I don't even know. Let's see here. Let me think. Do I like? Which one do I dislike more, Trav or Worldstone Keep? I don't even know. I don't like either one though. But I am doing Trav here, so maybe we'll rock Worldstone Keep in a little bit. Got to take out monsters for those high runes. This is true. Hashtag facts. Oh, I don't know how I didn't see that. I would have about lit up in the chat for missing that. Calm down. Welcome in. Yeah, Mary's like 37. I must be crazy for thinking that, right? Thinking Wicked Ball turned 37. My gosh, I'm tired. Never take naps. I'm just going to throw that out there. I fell asleep at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and that completely destroyed my entire forever. Ended up not getting to sleep last night till like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Rolling around, couldn't sleep. I'm exhausted after I slept in till some obnoxious hour this morning because my daughter didn't have school, and so I didn't have to get up, so I like didn't have my alarm. Actually, my alarm went off. Fell right back asleep instantly. Good old Phil. No naps from here on out. Never again. I won't let it happen. No idea on ladder there, Novocaine. Nope, haven't heard anything. Nothing. They usually don't let you know until like if it's this Thursday or Friday, or they do it on Thursdays now, right? Or do they push it to Fridays now? I forget actually. But they might not tell us till like, they might tell us today or tomorrow if it's like this Friday. So they like don't give you a lot of pre-warning nowadays. Anton, hello from Bulgaria. Welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. Oop. Spooky said P1 because you're online, so I think you're talking about running World Stone Heat, you say, huh? You have negative lightning res? Well, if you have negative lightning res and you're not, are you running like Nightmare World Stone Keep here, or what are you talking about? If you have negative lightning res on a build and you get hit with 1 soul, you'll just drop dead instantaneously. So you must be running like normal or Nightmare or something. Unless you like have lightning, a bunch of lightning absorb that you're unaware of or something. Yeah, Spooky, I'm not sure what to say about it. It's literally impossible. It'd be like if I said like, you know, I don't know, I have a level 2 barbarian and I'm farming, I'm doing hell bail runs, hell terrorized bail runs, and you'd be like, that's not possible. You know, like, it's just not possible. So, not really sure what to say about it. Congrats to you, though, I guess, if that's what you're doing, but... Don't know what to say about it. You can't ruin sleep cycle nowadays. What is are you saying I can't, like I shouldn't? Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I really don't. I've never been a nap person, but I yeah. It just happened, and what you gonna do, huh? Lies, the Countess does not drop keys. You might be accurate there, maybe. I never have too much problem with the Countess. The Summoner is what gets me, and Neelathag. Maybe it's because the Countess, you always get, like, something, right? Like, you know, you go, oh, there's a Lemrune or something, you know, like something that's kind of like, or you get an Umbroon here, or whatever. The Summoner, I just never get anything. It's like crazy. Just crazy. Negative 32 wind chill, Wicked. You're going to want to have a higher wind chill. You're going to want to have a higher wind chill. Boy, I might have to go make more coffee here in about 30 seconds. One more. Oh, 2 more bros over here. Whoops. A couple of them.
At Ed Magararu 9 donated $9.
Ed, yo!
Through Super Chat.
Super chat with no chat. It's allowed. Thank you so much for your support in the channel. You Slayer. Ooh, appreciate you. Very kind of you. Very kind. Very, very kind. Back out to Trav. I should probably check. I don't know how much I've run Trav so far. I'd say I shouted this out a few other times, like different days, but I think I'm gonna do like 0 MF cows next or something. I might have more than I might have some magic find, but just like non-magic find prioritized cows, I guess we'll call it. Which generally, when you run cows, that's what you want to do anyways. But like, you don't really care about magic find. I just started thinking of like how you don't stack magic find, and that one time I found a D-web in terrorized cows, and my stream like glitched. It was like, and then when I came back, I was standing there with a D-web, and everyone's like, "Sure, sure, Phil." Obviously, kind of kidding, but just the fact that happened at the time. Guess I hit everything. Don't forget, anyone hopping in on YouTube, hit that like button for me. It'd be great. Just super great, in fact. Like 11 times great. Yeah, Sweet Phil coffee mug. Legendary. Ah, Merc's getting murked. Out in foosball games yesterday. Interesting. Let's see. I know Chicago lost. What happened in that first game? Because like I said, I fell asleep yesterday, and I missed a good part of the first game. Or yeah, you might. I don't know if you were here, Biv, if you hopped in a minute after I said that story, but I passed out for like 2 hours yesterday in the middle of the day. So did Houston lose? I don't even remember what that first game was now. Man, Bill struggling. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, the good old Sweet Phil merch store, legendary. Oh yeah, Bo Nix. That's crazy to yeah. Did I hear something that he'd had this broken foot like from years ago, and he like re-injured it essentially is what I had heard? Or was that because didn't someone ask, you know, Peyton, the coach, about like he's had this blah blah blah, like, and he was like, yeah, if I knew he had this broken foot the whole time, we probably wouldn't have drafted him. Like, anybody was like kind of half joking or something, but boy, can you take these guys up, please? That'd be great. Just great. Can you hit him, please? Thank you. Oh, there's another bro up in there. Oopsie. Yeah, definitely broken ankle, but I had heard somebody, the coach made a comment and somebody asked him a question, and they were talking like he had this from before. I know he heard it, he like re-injured it, or he injured it or whatever, but and then he did a couple of plays on it like in that game, but I thought someone had said, oh, maybe I'm just making things up in my head. No, Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Do forgive me. Bo. We'll just go with Bo. But no, I've not heard anything about a new season. Nothing. Seven turnovers in the Houston game. Quite a few. Quite a few. Oh. Let me pull this up, actually. I don't even remember anything about the game. Just real quick, since we're talking about it. Oh, yeah, New England. Houston lost to New England, yeah. Boy, that Bears-Rams game, oh my gosh. That Rams cornerback at the end of the game, that guy honestly needs to be investigated for intentionally throwing games. For like, he must have been paid to do what he did at the end of the game. When Caleb ran back 60 yards and just didn't even look and was just like, ugh! It just chucked it up in the air like overhand like this, like down the field, and the cornerback just like ran away from where the ball was going and let the guy catch it in the end zone. Like, what was he doing? I mean, it forced overtime. They ended up losing, but like, that was, I mean, if that wasn't him throwing the game, I don't even know what do you even say about that? You know, like, crazy. Is Josh Allen at fault? I mean, he definitely is a little bit with that one fumble right at halftime, just giving him 3 points. I don't remember. I got it pulled up right here. What's the score end up being? They lost by 3, and they gave Denver 3 points at halftime. Like, it was literally just him with 2 seconds left running in the middle of the field. They would have got nothing out of it, and he fumbles it so they can grab it, lay on it, take a field goal. Like, that was, they lost by, you know, and he had a couple other turnovers that were bad too. So, was it the coaching staff? It's always, yeah, McDermott did already get fired. It's always like a, you know, a percentage wise of whose fault it is on a team sport where the coaches call the plays and the players have very little input on what plays get called, but definitely a combination. But it was a lot, I feel, Allen's fault. Do chess scale with players count? I think that the chess, like, Darth, are you talking about regular, just generic poppables, regular chess, or are you talking like super chess stuff? Super chess, definitely you do, but appreciate you. Krika says good luck on the rune hunt today. Appreciate you. Biv said DJ Moore went for an evening jog on that one interception. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, because I don't know how DJ Moore could have had a chance to catch that ball even. Like, but also he wasn't trying, or he like thought that he had thrown it already or something. So it was like, did not look good for DJ Moore, but also I don't know how he could have possibly had a chance to even catch it too. So I don't know. They did have, the Bears did have like 5 catches that the guys were just like, ugh, as well, along with Caleb just like sailing it way over their heads, and they're like, you know, of course they had no chance of getting it. You know, the Bears are just like, I apologize, Marty, apologize to you right off the bat. The Bears lucked into so much this season. It was by far, I can't, obviously you don't remember everything that ever happened, but I don't remember a luckier season in my life, to be honest. It was just random, like, chuck it up and hope that it falls into a guy's hands in the end zone on the last play and stuff like that all season. Crazy. Oop. Crazy stuff. Dedicated, everything, drop everything. See, so Darth, the same thing there. I'm not too sure about the regular poppables. I think that they do drop stuff more often, the higher players count, but I don't really ever pay attention to regular poppables because I don't even waste the time to hit them. Because most chests are the equivalent of, if you hit one like chest, it's the equivalent of like taking out one monster, essentially. So it's essentially like farming in the least efficient way possible. Like, so I think they do scale with the player's difficulty, but the monsters do too. But it's like taking out one monster at a time, which everybody would always recommend not to do because it's so inefficient. But then at the same time, people say they love hitting popsicles. So I don't know. I don't, but yeah, to each their own, you know. Like I'll hit them sometimes, but I love the bone spears shooting out all the time. My fave. Oh. What are you doing there? Oh, Rune.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, like Tuck says, the only burr runes he ever got from LK were from hitting baskets. That probably wouldn't be the case if you didn't spend time hitting the baskets and actually got twice as many super chest pops as you got. But that's the way I look at it. Every time you click on a basket is a time you can't click on a super chest. So, because a click takes an X amount of time. So every click you use on something else is a click you're not using on getting a super chest pop. That's the way I look at it. But people love their poppables. They do. I do. They do. Broncos with a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, there's always a chance. They're playing the Pats. I don't know. The Patriots. I don't know. I don't know, the Patriots have been good. Drake May is like, you know, why? The stone skin, I guess I'm missing? I don't know. They don't look like they're that good, but I know he's like MVP candidate, quarterback, like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm not going to go, you know, hard in the paint for either way, like, I mean, is Jared Stidham going to take him to the promised land? Who, I don't know. Because their team is very predicated on their great defense, right? So, I just don't know. I don't want to say it too many times, but I just don't know. Yeah. Let's see, Darth's got two of the same set pieces. No way to target farm specific uniques other than gambling at certain levels. Some of the lower level stuff there is, Darth, so like, I don't know exactly, so I'm going to give you an example that may not be completely accurate, but it's an example of a circumstance where you could do something like that. So if you need something like you're doing a Holy Grail and you need to get like the Torch of Hero, you might be able to spam farm like normal difficulty Rakanishu. And he has like and you, of course, because it's normal difficulty, you can stack infinite Magic Find, right? So it might only be like 1 in 150 runs to get this item, you know? So it's similar to gambling for low-level uniques. Target gambling low-level uniques. Oh, wait a second. I did not see that hiding here. Okay. Not a hide, but we note the mids too. No one's mad about getting that all-res rune. Ooh. Nailed it. We'll take it. We take it. We take those. Get a auto clicker, like a picket kind of situation you're talking about? No. Nah. That sounds illegal. Look real quick. All these blue items, I can't see anything. Yeah, Marty. I'm going to be honest, Marty. I do dislike the bears. It's not the bears themselves, but Caleb is not that great. He's not terrible. The running really helps him out. He's not bad at running. but he just throws so wildly inaccurate. And then it's less about him. I mean, he was a bleep hole when he came in. He was just super cocky and he was not that great. But he was actually less cocky and annoying this year. But he just like sails the ball randomly, just throws it bad and stuff. Ben Johnson just left the Lions, you know, for all the reasons I talked about, you know what I'm saying, the other day. And he kind of mailed in his playoff, you know, study for the game so he could go on interviews and stuff. And then we lost because he wasn't fully invested in the team because he was already had one foot out the door, which is normal, but also annoying. And I don't like it. Obviously, I hate DeAndre Swift for the reasons I said. He used to fake injuries on the Lions. I'm like, anytime that they would be doing bad and they'd be out of the playoffs, he would just fake injuries so he wouldn't have to play and would get paid to do nothing. So, you know, it's just the people on the Bears I hate is what it is. It's not really the Bears themselves, the Bears team themselves. You know, it's not some huge rivalry that I care that much about. It's all the people on the Bears, really. I don't know if that's better or worse, but I guess now that I think about it, that actually sounds like worse, I guess, but oh, hiding out here. I can't change how I feel. Yeah, Snart. I don't know. Like, I assumed auto clicker is essentially like there used to be a program, probably still exists, called Picket, and you would program it to automatically pick up whatever. Like, you know, if a unique Shaco dropped, they would automatically pick it up. If a Burroon dropped, the computer would and pick it up for you instantaneously. Ooh, man. Oh, this guy. I assume that's what he's talking about. Or some other similar program, I should say. But I don't really know. Mods and stuff, I never, especially cheating mods, I never look into it. I just know what I like hear from other people, essentially. Ooh, Ogre Mall. Gotta check that one for sure. Gear check, you say? I'll give you the basics. I mean, you use a wolf howl to transform into the wolf stuff. I got a grief and a beast as the main hand weapons. Enigma, all the standard melee stuff on all the other weapons. Max damage chimes down here. That's the gist. Everything else is kind of standard melee character stuff. Oh my gosh. Why is he all of a sudden just not surviving? I guess we're amped up, but man, we got this much whatever and getting beat down over here. Injury. I don't do that. I don't, you know, just don't worry about it. I don't teleport back over here and go to with this character. Not that it's like insane, I guess, but I mean, I have Enigma on and I have increased speed skill actually maxed out with the run walk speed. This was a very long time ago, but I think it was Dabrunski that it was something like 0.5 seconds faster to go to Act 4 rather than to teleport back, go to Act 4. Like if you did it max efficiency, I mean. So that sounds like more work than it's worth to be, in my opinion. Like if you had super fast walk run speed. So I didn't retest it on this exact build or anything, but I don't think it's not worth the extra clicks, the extra effort and like, you know, work on my fingers and stuff. Because when you like stream and edit videos and stuff, you start really thinking like, wait a second, do I want to click and move my mouse like 30 more times to save a half a second? Like, nope, I'll just hit this button and I'll go like this. I'll relax. Here we are. And then you just run this way and it takes like no effort. So even if it was faster to go to Act 4 in this instance, I don't, not worth the effort in my opinion. Sebastian, council count as bosses in terms of percent enhanced damage, mercs and minions. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm not sure what you mean when you talk about damage against mercenaries and minions. There might be something there that I either don't know or I just like forgot. Are you saying that like the way you worded it sounds like you're saying that like act bosses like Mephisto does more damage to your mercenary than it does to you? But I've never heard that before. Crazy Shark made it to hell difficulty on the Sin. Congratulations on that one. Jameis, I get to your comment here. Question: do you recommend Ravenfrost or Volcathos on a Whirlwind Barb? Most of the time. So any of the ways that I play, I do not use Ravenfrost on Barbarians because it has cold damage. Some people don't care about that and they want the Canopy Frozen. You got to get Canopy Frozen somewhere, but I don't like to get it from Ravenfrost on a Barbarian specifically. Because then when the body shatter, you can't use Find Item. So like here, I'm using a Trang's Belt, not a Ravenfrost, so I guess the BK then. Oh, sorry, Darth. I didn't see your. You were asking kind of more specifically about target farming something like Mage Fists or the Magic Find Dagger. The Gull Dagger, there's probably somewhere where you can find it relatively efficiently, kind of, sort of, early on. As for Mage Fists, I'm not as sure. Probably like Nightmare Andy's going to be the fastest for you with a bunch of Magic Find. On top of that, you could get an SOJ along the way and stuff. So I'm not 100% sure. For those lower level stuff, there probably is a quote unquote best spot, but I wouldn't know them offhand for that kind of stuff. FH, yeah, players 8 on a barbarian of almost any kind is like incredibly long, and since the drop odds is a little bit different with a barbarian, since your drop odds from your find item skill aren't based upon players count, they're only based upon your skill level for find item. So I haven't exactly done the math. This is kind of anecdotal and kind of an opinion. But the faster you get the monsters down, the faster you can get to finding item on them and getting the items out of them, which is completely detached from players count. So I'm pretty sure that on pretty much any Barb build, like players 3, you get a big boost, kind of sort of from P1, I guess. It depends on like a few different things, I guess, kind of sort of. But in this instance, I just felt like players 3. And honestly, on a Barbarian, a lot of times going down to even just P1 is like probably the best, with how, if you can kill like super fast, like at 15 seconds on P1, you can get these all down and item find them all and get out of the whole run in 20 seconds. Or if you're spending like a full minute taking out Trav and item finding, you're probably better off doing players 1. So Let me see, I think I was getting behind here. Let me try to catch back around here. Trying to get to a couple comments I got behind on. Sebastian, I've actually never even heard that the act bosses do 300% damage to your mercenaries. I've literally never heard that before. I guess it's one of those ones that just nobody said and I've never asked. You know, so. Tank up here a minute ago. Sorry, I was getting a little behind, trying to catch up here. Appreciate you watching the vids. You play on PS5 non-ladder. Where should I try to farm? Boy, that's going to depend on what build you have, Tank Rogers. If you're going to be doing, if you're a Blizz Sork, Andy Mephisto, Ancient Tunnels, Stony Tombs, if you're a Hammerden or Foe Pally, Chaos Sanctuary, if, you know, it's going to depend on what build you got there. Oh, you said Blizz Sork, perhaps? A lot of people are saying something about answering about Blizz Sorceress, so. And yeah, Tank, I see you asking Bib. Appreciate you, Bib, for answering some, helping him out. Pretty much giving me the same answers I would give him, but yeah, if you could get a little players count, that'll definitely help out somewhat. It depends. It's kind of a touchy subject when I bring it up, but in some instances, I honestly believe that players count, like, people are better off not even worrying about it. Like, if you're only going to play for, like, a half hour, like, after dinner before you have to, like, do something else, it's not worth the time to try to find people online to play with, because you're going to spend 15 minutes trying to find someone to play with, and then you only have 15 minutes to play. And you've lost half the time you had to, you know, so. But yeah, in general, each individual monster will have a higher chance of dropping an item if players count is higher. Depends on, you know, how much by what players count you're going up to. Warmth! Let's go! Nailed it. It's 15 fire with a fire skill, though. Is 3 to warmth a good one to get on Ormus? Let me know in the comment. Oh, did I? No. Fishaholic says later, fellas. All right, peace out. Peace out. Mutu saying that explains why mercenaries get wrecked at act bosses. I mean, kind of. I always just assumed that they got wrecked because they just stand there and just eat damage and they never try to dodge anything. That's what I assumed. That's what I assumed. Let me look here. Yeah, I'm not gonna look too long here, but I don't know. When I Google the no, not Act 3. Yeah, whatever. I Googled about Act bosses doing more damage to mercenaries and nothing popped up on Google real quick, but I didn't look very hard. Screenlit, welcome in. First time chat. A couple of first time chatters over here. Welcome in. Screenlit, Trav, Dog. Going on. It's a good day. What's going on? Yeah, I've seen a few different people. Trav, Dog here, and a couple other people. So somebody was asking about getting some of the low, like target farming uniques that wasn't from gambling, if it was like viable. Was kind of the question I was answering. But yeah, the gamble dagger thing, a pretty well known one. A lot of different videos about it. Several, we'll call it actually. Best place to find a Shako. It's gonna be like technically Andy Meth, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of places you can find it though. Those places you can get a lot of other good stuff too. Go. If you're on single player, you can bump up the players count, I guess, you know. If you're online, it's hard to farm those and get any kind of players count. Probably not. That's one of those ones that I say it's not even worth trying to get other people to play with, because unless you have two buddies, one's running like P3 Eldritch and Shank and you're running Mephisto and another one's running Andy, and you know you're both gonna, everyone's hopping on at 6 or something, then it's, you end up wasting too much time trying to find people to play with. But yeah, probably Andy and Meph there. Good day. Cham's about to come, Ari? Oh, I hope so. Boy, Cham would be sick. I need like 5 of them. Or 3. I forget. Ja and Cham. One of them I need 5 of, and one of them I need 3 of to make every room work. I feel like it's Ja I need more of. I already made Last Wish, but I feel like there's so many things that need Ja that I still need like 5 more of them. Will you go away, please? Frost Nova Ormus with Cold. Nice, nice. Oh, speaking of, yeah, because I found that enchant. I keep forgetting. I need to do a giveaway at some point. Maybe I'll do a random giveaway tonight. Like, not when I'm streaming or anything, but just like randomly on my channel or Discord or something. Because I have like multiple Ja runes online, and I have all this stuff. Because I found an Ormus. Hold on a second. Yes, babe. What do you need? Did you color and draw and stuff? You can have an hour. Okay, set the timer. You remember how to do that? Okay. Oh yeah, I traded. I found a enchant Ormus. I traded for a couple of Ja runes. So. Oh, Biv Dog got a wiki. I gotcha. Okay. Mercs versus bosses. Legendary right there. Appreciate you, Biv. Got to be in here somewhere. How what he was saying. Mercs do 50% damage against bosses. Normal. 25%. Hell. What? That's BS. Got to be in here somewhere. Trying to scroll to look for 300 or look for a number, but mercs get killed fairly short because they do 2x damage done to them by bosses, including normal bosses. Okay, so it says Griswold, so it must be, I don't know about minions then. So I would say the actual, someone was asking about this. Oh, that's not what to do. Oh, it doesn't zoom in right. So it looks like it does 2x damage for bosses. I guess that makes sense why they die so fast. It's just one of those no one's ever said, and I never looked it up, and interesting. I would say that the actual unique ones do double damage, but probably the minions do not, I would guess. But like I said, just guess. Just from knowing how things in D2 usually work, I think. But I don't know. How far did we get on the Holy Grail and the 22 Nights of Terror? I did do a video about it. BC. You should have watched it, man. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. But I'll just tell you, even though that video performed so badly and nobody watched it, but I ended up not having, me and my whole family got super sick right after Christmas. So the last couple of weeks I did not get in as much play as I would like to and stuff. But a little over 80%, which was suboptimal in my opinion. Not a great showing, but like I said, there was like weeks where my wife didn't get out of bed for 5 days. She was so sick. So like I was like the sole taker carer of the family. So stuff just happens, you know. Where were we here? Sorry. Trash, welcome in. Yo comes in with the fellas. Ooh. Welcome in, Trash. Ari says, let's start with 1, talking about the jam. Don't get greedy for like 5. Hey, I'll be as greedy as I want. Uh. Yeah, appreciate you, Biv. Eventually I found the 2x. I was specifically looking for 300 because I just assumed that the person said that. It was like a specific number, so I assumed it'd be 100% right, but tough to memorize everything in Diablo 2, right? But yeah, 2x damage from active bosses and regular bosses, so I guess I took them out already, but like Gleb and stuff probably, or Ishmael, they probably do 2x damage, I guess. But the minions, I don't think so. But this is just my guess. Boy, just straight garbage. Oh, almost missed this. J-Mod. One of these times, I'm going to call it J-Mod. It's totally going to be right. Stone Pro, what's going on? No guy gets as much play as they would like. Wait a second. Is that a double entendre? Wait a second. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Yeah, picking up what you're laying down. Uh-huh. I'm smart like that. Can you take... No. Okay, good. I was like, he better not get healed again. I'm about to be real mad. Oh, man. Nope. Didn't miss any J-Mods, so... Biv said that could be out of date, talking about the Merc stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was like 1.0, but I feel like that's something that would never get changed. I couldn't really think of a reason that they would, like, change that. I'm trying to see how long ago this is. Even though it's the 1.10 patch is when it, like, last got changed, I wouldn't think that it would have got re-changed, right? This page was last edited August of 2021. Not really that long ago, if you think about it. So it was after D2R came out. I completely healed him again. Wait a second. Unfortunately, prevent monster heal doesn't keep them from getting healed. Oh, there he is. Unfortunate. Ooh. I've seen people, I forget who it was. I feel like it was a streamer I was watching one time. But they took out a champ like that and they dropped like a Griffin's Eye or something. Which would be legendary. Why not? Running away, bums. I'm not doing this for max efficiency wise. I was just kind of half being funny. Yeah, that's kind of the example that you kind of see there with how when you're fighting stuff, they keep getting healed and healed and healed. One of the reasons why running Trav on higher players counts, unless you're just an absolute effing unit, it's not really the best idea, because if you don't take them out fast enough, they get re-healed by their buddies, and then you gotta essentially take the monsters out 3 separate times because they keep getting re-healed. An absolute unit. Zums, I think is the pronunciation on that. I have almost no magic find really. It's like 100 at most. So I'm not really running to get uniques and stuff now. I completed my single player Holy Grail, so now I'm trying to make every rune word in the game. And I'm about, whoa my gosh. I'm about halfway there. Maybe a little more than halfway, to be honest, but just from doing my Holy Grail, I got like halfway there. If not more. Probably 2/3 of the way there, to be honest. Yeah, so I figured it'd be a good challenge that I, was already in the middle of doing, and I kind of wish I had been keeping track of my ethereal items, to be honest, because if I was doing an all-around ethereal grail, boy, I found multiple ethereal Templars already. I found an ethereal D-web. I mean, it's got magic find and FCR. The other stuff is meh. So I'd be looking for like ethereal. I have an ethereal Death's Fathom already. Like, the only rare items I'd really need to find is, well, actually, there's quite a few. Actually, I don't think I have an ethereal Astrians. Ethereal Mangsong's Lesson. I'm pretty sure I don't have. But I probably have half of the super rare stuff, which is kind of neat, I guess. But I didn't like keep track of it and check them off the list as I got them, so I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Hope I get them all. Appreciate you. I should eventually. I have no anticipation of stopping playing Diablo 2 anytime soon. So it's kind of just a matter of time, really, right? 9 years from now, I will have every single rune word in the game. Ooh. Yeah, they're both halfway there. I should make a rune word grail list. Actually, let me look. Does the Holy Grail thing have a rune word list? No, I don't think it does. No, it just has uniques and sets and stuff. Do you guys know, does any of the Holy Grail trackers have like a checklist for all of the runes by chance? Does anyone know that just off the top of their head? Just so I wouldn't have to go through I could just go through my mules one time and check off all the stuff I have instead of having to... Wait a second, did I make steel yet? I don't remember. Ooh. We'll see if he can survive here. Oh, Lum. Saw the rune flash for a quick second and, yeah. Viv says going to be in Florida tomorrow. Or for the rest of the month starting tomorrow. Nightbot to cover your mod duties. You can take a break from vacation and hop into stream, huh? Nah, it's alright. Appreciate you, Viv. Yeah, what am I going to do without you? You do so much around here, huh? Marty says desktop app does. Do you have more of a specific name of this desktop app? Is it just called a desktop app? Sounds like the name's suspicious there. I don't know. There was an app that I used to use, but I haven't used in a long time, so. Oh, the Nadwin, Nadin. For some reason, I thought it was Nadwin. I don't know why. But yeah, gotcha. So that one, is that's the same one with like the bell when you find an item, right? When you find a new grailer. Yep, ding, 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 one, gotcha. Okay. Large charm, Garbaggio. Maybe I'll check it out. That's not the right waypoint. What am I doing? Or I could just kick it old school like pencil and paper. Like a boss. Back in my day, we had to write things down on tree carcasses with squid ink. Man, the sheer volume of stuff I identify sometimes. Infernal Cranium, legendary. J. Rashad. No. I was trying to think of what the letters would be if it was a jeweler's. Whatever kind of shield of deflecting that would be. Good old Infernal Cranium. This thing, it's funny, these low-level items, sometimes I think these look way cooler than some of the higher level stuff. I was thinking of, which is the one that's bright blue? That's not Biggins, is it? Maybe it is Biggins Bonnet that's bright blue. But yeah, I feel like those super original uniques like look better, the best ones, you know? Doomiverse. Welcome in. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Biggins Bonnet is the same hat, but it's blue. No, I guess not. Sanders Taboo. No, that's the... Maybe you were right. Maybe it's Sanders' helmet. That's no, not Barry Sanders' helmet. What? Oh yeah, the Sanders one. Yeah, that's it. Sanders Paragon. Totes. I guess it's because so much stuff in Diablo 2 isn't like... Things aren't like bright colors, so it's like some of the stuff that's super bright colors is kind of neat to have. Like when you get the Barb helm with 2 to Barb skills, and it's like that bright green helm. Or any of the helmets really that get 2 to a character skill, but... Oh. Not see you. Right in the middle, apparently, so it doesn't fail again. Ah. Guess I got everything. Let's see. Media player, what's going on? Most ridiculous offline session. Ravenlore, a couple Mangs, a Burr, Shakos. No regular Shako though. Still rocking a Tharnhelm. Ooh. 2 ethereal Shakos, never found one that was not ethereal. Yeah, that's a bit strange. With the stuff you found, I guess you must just be blasting 85 areas, huh? Kind of what it sounds like. You get that super rare uniques, but you haven't found the stuff that's like more common to get from like Andaro, Mephisto type stuff. Yeah, still... Oh, he's got nuked out of there, huh? Unfortunate. Poor guy. Poor guy. There he is. Someone call Durga's wife and let him know he's not going to be home. Poor guy. Did his best, but... There you go, Biff. Yeah, just throw a Zod in that Ethereal Shako. You'll be fine. Good call. Solid advice. Yeah, definitely we're joking, by the way. Yeah, just some of that unfortunate luck. If you want to make sure you get that Shako, maybe you just hit some Andy Meth type of situation. Hopefully you'll get one not ethereal. Get that guy. Yeah, Marty saying his favorite is the blue 5 and 6 NATO pelts, huh? Blue, huh? I'm a big fan of green. Big fan of green one, but ninja. Grailing, sort of, but not really, no. So I found every unique item and set item and every rune already on my quote-unquote grail. But I decided to add on make every rune word. So I guess technically I'm still doing my grail, but I'm doing the part where I'm just trying to make every single rune word in the game. So I need like something like 4 or 5 Cham runes, and I need like 4 or 5 more Ja runes, essentially. and I should be able to almost pretty much make every rune word in the game. I've already got like a lot of the stuff made, so. Lions are getting the Cardinals offensive coordinator. I don't know the guy that much, but that does not sound like something I really want. Viv, don't, come on, you're lying to me, right? You're lying. I gotta look this up. This has got to be fake news. I mean, the one good thing is he's bald, so that's a good thing. He's definitely bald. But yeah, boy. Yeah, that's not great. I don't know about that. Yeah, ranked 23rd in scoring, though in Kyler Murray's last full healthy season, they were 12th. I would like to know what their scoring was after Kyler Murray was out this season, because they were much better without Kyler Murray than they were with him. Oh my gosh, can you get taken out, please? Merc's about to get ripped. I can't kill a single monster here. I'm not doing enough damage, and they keep healing too fast. Jeez. Gosh. Yeah, you can kind of see why higher players count to Trav if you're not an absolute beast mode beast. Can be a problem. So, Mewtwo, all rune words would not include Dual Dream, because by definition, being called Dual Dream, that would mean making 2 of the rune words, so I don't need to do that. I mean, I would kind of sort of want to, sort of, just to kind of have to be able to use it at some point, but I'd have to look and see what runes to make Dream anyways. See what happens. I forget what all goes in there. Geralt, I don't have bot commands set up for all the gear and stuff. I don't have like full website build guides and stuff for everybody for every single build I ever play. But I mean, it's a Wolf Howl Barb essentially, with Grief and Beast as the weapons. IO Jaw Pull. I don't know if I'm gonna make 2 of them. I would say maybe, probably, but yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah. Did I say? I thought I said Grief. Yeah. Yeah. Grief for any melee character, as you probably know, undisputed champ, right? But yeah, my old Wolf Barb video is a little bit outdated. I kind of want to make a new one here, but I think I did more of like a budget Wolf Barb, to be honest. It's like 50% better with 30 high runes rather than using them. Ooh, bullets. Got a Arachnid Smash. Congrats on that. That's when you need for all those casters. Don't do it. Guess I got everything. MF version. There you go, Biv. Yeah. Mewtwo saying, weird to make 1 a little. Well, not if you're trying to make every rune word. It's not that weird. If you're trying to make a Dream Paladin, then it's weird, I guess, but... George says make Mosaic to be in 4-socketed claws only. Checks out. You would not see nearly as many Mosaic assassins running around at that point, would you? ZXR. So I'm on players 3 at the moment. Players 3 at the moment. Probably could argue P1 with the way item find works is probably better, but I just decided to go with P3, I guess. Nope, nope, nope. 3 o'clock. 1 minimum damage, no good. Let's do a couple on P1. I don't want to see the difference here for a second. Good point. I feel like it wasn't much different as well. Well, it is kind of a lot different actually. Quite a bit easier and faster, in fact. I know I did the same experiment the other day and decided to go with P3, but maybe we'll just hit players 1 here today, just for ease sake. Josh, what's going on? You've been rocking some Path of Exile. Hopefully you've been enjoying it. I'm sure you have. How good is my grief? 383, 33 IS. Here. Ah. Too many hydras everywhere I can't see. Whoops. Got him. All them bone spears taking him out. Got him. Just kidding. Is Sin actually better at Whirlwind than Barb? I've never played that Whirlwind Assassin. I've never heard that it was better than a Whirlwind Barb before. I've never played it, and I don't know that I've never even seen anybody play it, really. I've, like, seen it used, but never actually watched somebody play it for any amount of time, really. And 1 to 3 is so much easier. The difficulty scale there is crazy with all the way they heal each other and stuff. Yeah, Josh, I've kind of heard that Path of Exile is just with patch after patch after patch, constantly changing and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding, and yeah, I would suspect I would not like playing Path of Exile very much. I'm too much of a disgusting, filthy casual. Five light radius. I kind of wanted to keep it, but disgusting, filthy casual. Let me open over here. I forget. Sometimes I open and close like the vent here to let the heat in the basement. I need to go. Never mind. It actually is open. I'm actually just a little girly man. Darth Muller saying PoE has performance issues. PoE 2? Performance issues, huh? I guess I don't know too much about it, really, just beyond what I've heard from other people, so I've never heard that before. Yeah, why not? FCR on the Scepter there. Sure. See George on his playoff bracket. He had the whoa. How did I do that? I don't know. Somehow I was like skidding along with my werewolf. Don't know how I did that. Anyways. Yeah, the Texans over the Patriots. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it is kind of up in the air this season with the playoffs, with all the like the quote unquote favorites like out or whatever. Yeah, I don't even know with Bo Nix out now. It might even be the stinking Rams again winning. Don't know. Let me look again at the... What do we got? So next week, Rams over Seahawks. Boy, actually, is Sam Darnold going to win a Super Bowl? Is Sam Darnold going to win the Super Bowl? Oh boy. The Seahawks are probably going to win, ain't they? So this is just P1 Live Good. I don't know if you've seen it over on the side there. I was just doing Players 3, but I was like, you know what? I just want to have a super easy day, so I swapped it to P1. Which you could argue Players 1 is actually more efficient for a Barb with the way Find Item works anyways. But you could argue Players 3 is better. Don't worry about that guy. Yeah, so I just swapped to P1, so... Oh, it's not. I guess if it's Players 1, it doesn't show it over here. If it was Players 3, it would say it over here all the time. I just changed it right there. College championship tonight. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know, but I don't really follow college sports much. Like, I haven't watched college in a little bit, but I feel like college sports was always like, you just have like one really, really, really good player, You just like snap it to your quarterback, and then he just like runs all over the field and stuff, because there's kind of sometimes a huge difference between like the best players and like other players who are, I mean, better than I am, I'm sure, but not as good as the best players. And then like professional football, you can't just have you can't just snap the ball to your quarterback and have him just run all over the place, you know. That doesn't win games for you. You gotta have like a good defense, and you gotta have really good offensive linemen and stuff. You really do get chopped down pretty quick here on P1. Oh yeah, George saying at the NFL level, every person on the team was like the best player on the college team, you know? Yeah, pretty much. Not exclusively, of course, but pretty much. Oh man. I pop it open and see 2 runes chilling there, and neither one of them's a high rune. Bruh. EFG. Any good drops today? Just a mid rune. Not a whole lot. Just a mid rune and some other little goofy things. Darth Moeller said he wishes there was some kind of currency tab or whatnot for D2R. I'm kind of anti-change guy, but the 2 things that I'd be most on board with are like loot filter and currency tab, to be honest. And honestly, if I didn't like make YouTube videos, I probably would have downloaded and used, like I'd be using a loot filter right now on single player, and I'd probably be using like extended stash tabs and stuff, but I think it's just better for content making if my game just doesn't have any type of mods on it, so I don't get like accused of using like increased drop rate mods or something, you know. It's just like there's no mods, so it looks better, you know what I mean, I guess. But yeah, if I wasn't a content creator, I'd probably be using a expanded stash tab mod and a loot filter, to be honest. Nerf Mosaic I'd be on board with too. You are right. You're right there, Biv. Just on P1. Yeah, sorry again, I can't pronounce that name of some kind of Russian or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, just on players 1. I was doing players 3 and it works fine, but I just decided I wanted to have even easier gameplay because I'm lazy Phil, so. And yeah, one could argue that P1's actually the most efficient for finding items on a Barb specifically, due to the find item skill. Gold find boa? Let's go! Six bow. Could do it. Add more keys. What do you mean by add more keys? Keys. Not sure. Current state of the Fire Druid. It's fine. A lot of people love the Fire Druid, David, so it's kind of good. Some people say it's their favorite and or they're the best in their opinion or whatever, but I think it's fine. Super powerful on the playthrough. When you get the best possible gear at the end game, it's pretty powerful anyways. So much stuff. I just want to grab that anyways. Josh said thought about buying D2R and PS5, but not sure. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason not to try, really, if you just wait and get it when it's on sale. So when you get it on sale, it's like $12.77 or something like that. And it's on sale like every 3 months. It goes on sale for a month, so. I mean, for 12 bucks to get like one of the best games ever made, I mean, it's hard to complain, you know. Click boom. I missed part of sorry, I didn't get your comment super quick. When you said a battle pass could be something, what are you referring to there? If you're still around. Something, is that something that you're talking about adding for Diablo 2 Resurrected, or was that for something else? Hopefully not D2R. I don't want no paid battle pass. Free battle pass. There you go. No good. And what was on there real quick? I know it had no FCR, but attack rating, baby all res. Okay, middle of the road, I guess, but. George said, from what he thinks, talking about the Whirlwind Assassin we were talking about a minute ago, he said he thinks it's a PvP build, maybe hybrid with traps. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like I said, I've only ever heard of it and like seen it for quick seconds. I've never played it or whatnot, so. I wonder how it would work. Yeah, like player versus monster with hybrided with traps of some kind, probably. Throw down a Death Century and then start spinning type of situation, I'm guessing. They made a $10 DLC for D2R, would I buy it? If they made a DLC, I mean, I would be obligated to get it in my position. Boy, I hope they don't do that though. I don't know, like the whole Act 6, like what if they came out with an expansion Act 6, or what if they made a loot filter and you know, currency page and there was $10 or something, would I pay for it? Probably, yeah. I mean, especially doubly, like in my position, I would have to. But imagine if they did that and they didn't like send me a free key to get it. You know what I mean? As a content creator, like one of the probably one of the top 5 like subscriber count like English speaking YouTubers for their game, and they didn't send me a key to get it for free or whatever. That'd be wild. DC Johnson. Funnest build to play. I don't know. It's kind of with builds and with characters and this and that. I don't know. It's not so much that I have ones that are the most fun or anything. There's more so of like just like 10 or 20% of ones that I just don't like, I guess. I mean, one of my favorite builds is the Nova Sork, but I mean, the reason I like it so much is because it's powerful and easy to play. So I guess I would say Nova, but it's not like I'm playing, you know, Blizzard Sorceress, and I'm like, Nova Sork. Yeah, yes. Woohoo! You know, like, it's not like a huge, you know. But yeah, there's ones like the Fire Druid I don't really like playing. Even it is powerful and people like it, but I don't like the builds that have like 14 hotkeys. You know? So I don't like those kind of things, so. What games would I rate as quote-unquote one of the best ones? I don't play a ton of games, and I'm not like a video game historian or anything, so this is just like off of a small number of games that I play and I liked or whatever. Like prime Call of Duty games were crazy. Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, you know, 2 and stuff like that around that time period. The first few Halo games were out of control. Fallout from like New Vegas until like, you know, whatever the newest one's called, I forget now. The Elder Scrolls, I started at Morrowind, but Morrowind forward on those. Oblivion and Skyrim. I don't play like any modern games, so. Beast said you have a wand, Amazon, that slays. How would that work? How would that work? How would you even get the damage out of it? I'm trying to think. I can't think of it because they're all like bow skills and Java skills. Like, wouldn't make. That's got to be a joke. George said he likes a dual shield paladin. That sounds impossible. Sounds impossible. Yeah, never played Counter-Strike, never played StarCraft. StarCraft is like a real-time strategy, right? I really don't like those kind of games. The only ones I ever played that were real-time strategy at all was like the long time ago original Warcraft games, and I only played them like, I didn't play them like online competitively. I just played them, you know, moseying around on single player. And yeah, somebody asked if I was on single player right now. Yes, I am indeed on offline single player, trying to complete this challenge of making every single rune word in the entire game on offline single player. Guild Wars, no. I feel like I've seen that one, and that was some kind of like RPG, but I never, you know, I played like a demo of it one time I downloaded, but or something, I can't remember. So long ago, can't remember. Never, World of Warcraft, no. I found out there was a monthly subscription fee to play it, and I literally picked the game up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this and play it, and the guy at Best Buy was like talking to me about it, and he was like, started walking away. All right, hopefully you enjoy. Oh, well, I just want to let you know too, sometimes people don't realize there's a $15 monthly fee to pay, and I went, what? The game is $60 and I have to pay $15 a month to play it? No, thank you. And I went and put it back. Like, I don't have that kind of money. Big, yeah. So every rune word can be made on offline single player. 100% all of them, no matter, like, bar none. Is there a cap on increased attack speed and FCR? A cap? There's not a hard cap, but there is like essentially a cap, kind of, sorta. So certain characters, like there's only a certain height of FCR that you can logically get to. So increased attack speed. Increased attack speed, I'm less like exactly knowledgeable on, because there's so many increased attack speed breakpoints that it's not as useful to memorize them. And it's almost impossible to memorize them, to be honest, with certain bases being like -20 attack speed, like a phase, or I don't remember what a phase blade even is, but their inherent attack speed, along with the increased attack speed that you add then from the glove, you know, it's way harder to, you can't just do it in your head and memorize them like you can with, you know, Barbarian's FCR is 105, and this is falling, that's the breakpoint you generally want to get to, and this one has, I don't know what it has, I forget. 80. So I get over, there's a 68 one and a 105. And then there's another breakpoint at like 200. And I think technically there's another breakpoint at like 500, but you can't get to it. It's impossible, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely get over 100 FCR, faster cast rate for sure. It's actually great to do so on most builds. Did you make Mosaic? I have not, actually. Nope. I mean, I have the runes to make it. I can get a 3-socketed, you know, claw or whatever, so. Gabriel says, happy gaming. Exactly. Exactly what I'm doing right now. Happily gaming. Oh, speaking of things that have nothing to do with what we're talking about, make sure you hit that like button for me. Everybody in the chat on YouTube. That's called a great segue. Increase attack speed based off of main hand. So I'm pretty sure it depends on your build and what you're doing. It used to be a certain way, but I think they changed it now to where in D2R, if you're attacking with just like your one side here, it takes into the main hand. But back in the day, there used to be something to where you could glitch it to only take into account your main hand. But now you don't have to do that. Like I said, I'm a little bit less... I don't have it all memorized for Melee. I play Melee's characters way less often than I do casters, so... Like by factors of 20, probably. 20x times more often playing a caster than a Melee character. Is Whirlwind casting? No, so Whirlwind works weird too. It's not off of your FCR breakpoints, no. It's off of increased attack speed. But yeah. I don't want to say too much more because then I'll end up saying something incorrect here about that. Yeah, that's one of the... Oh, sorry. You guys want to see the printer, right? I didn't mean to click that. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's one of the more common ones that, yeah, that throwing down traps is on increased attack speed. That is one thing I actually do know for sure, yeah. Beastie says he's working on a Nova Sword. The ethereal 4-socketed skithy is tough to find. Little known fact, actually, come to find out here. Actually, you kind of, sort of, actually want to make that in a non-ethereal. Reason being... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You can... There's actually a little, like, gimmicky trick that you don't have to. If you make it in ethereal, it's fine. You get the little lower requirements or whatnot. But you're going to get over those requirements regardless on a regular non-ethereal scythe, but it has cyclone armor on it that you can use in a certain manner that can save your life occasionally. And then you can repair the charges if it's a regular standard version. Nice printer, bro. I know, right? Thing's legit. I should give you guys a better look at it real quick. Hold on, this is important. Oh, not where I wanted to look. Some random box. Look at that sucker. Woo! Yeah. Perfect view of the printer. Look at it. Look at it. What a beast. Wrong one. Hold on. Oh my. This guy. You're welcome, by the way. Yeah, H to the P. The OG printer. Laser jet. That thing's a beast. Keeps plugging. That thing will never die. Don't tell my boss, but when I used to work in the factory, I went on vacation one time, and then somebody else was using my computer to print something, and they're like, the printer won't work, and they're like, oh, well, we have to have it to print stuff. Go buy a new printer. And they went and bought a brand new printer when I was gone. No one called me. No one texted me how to get it. All they had to do was unplug it and plug it, or not even unplug it, just turn the switch off and turn it back on, and it would work fine. But they didn't message me. They bought a new printer. It was sitting on the floor in my office when I got back, and I was like, what's going on with my printer, bro? They're like, it won't work. And I'm like, oh, you guys just had to turn it off and turn it back on again. Because they're, oh, well, we got a new printer now. You got a new printer now. I was like, okay, I'll take care of this one. I'll go throw it away since we don't need it anymore. I went and put it in my trunk. Here we are. Don't tell my boss. Can we get one just on the printer in the corner? I used to have one, but I don't anymore. I can only have so many things on screen, you know what I mean? So. Don't like having too much. I already got the chat above my bald head here, so. I don't like the screen being too cluttered, you know what I mean? Am I? Yeah, I must have been hitting him with my Heart of the Oak there. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta take that back slightly. I don't like it being too cluttered unless it's Printer Friday, and then it gets real cluttered. Real cluttered. Wonder if I had the camera set up in the right spot. Oh, not quite. Let me get the. Gotta maneuver it a little. Why does it look like it's not? It looks like you got too close. I just need to like erase it. Good. There we go. That's good enough. Good enough. That way when it prints, you can see it. Sorry. Just taking care of the most important things on stream here. No big deal. Clark says, me, Phil, your boss. No. I was actually kidding because about a year after I left that factory, the owner closed the factory and sold everything off. Rune. I was like, man, good thing I took advantage of YouTube and D2R coming out when I did, because if I didn't, I would have waited a year, not took advantage of the hype of the game coming out and like growing my channel, and then like a year later, I would have just been left SOL, like with no job and God. Necrogenic. No idea on that kind of stuff. Nope. For the new season, haven't heard anything. Dumping points into Battle Command. So no, Battle Command in general is just a one-pointer. like for pretty much anything. And then you get enough plus skills, you get it up to, it gets 5. Oh, you can't really see it's down here, but anyways, it gets 5-second synergy from battle orders. And more points into it only gives more duration. So there's not really a whole lot of benefit to doing that. Maybe more radius too, perhaps. I don't remember, but that's definitely a 1-point wonder. Yeah, can't beat a free printer. This is true. And on my computer, I'd never, like, I was saying on this other computer, you just had to turn it off, turn it back on, like, once a day to get it to work right. It's because this old computer, the way that, like, super expensive software works, they develop it, like, this old computer I had, it ran on, like, I kid you not, like, it was, like, Windows ME or something, with, like, the Millennium Edition or Windows 2000. And the company that made the program that ran our, like, CNC lasers and stuff never wanted to develop the program, a new program to work on Windows 10 or whatever. So this computer was permanently on, like, Windows, and to get it to work, I had to do some shenanigans with the, drivers, the printer drivers, to get it to work right. To get to work at all, actually. And, yeah. And apparently it works better on newer computers than old, so. Yeah, your original Windows PC had 2000? Yeah. Mine probably had like Windows 95 on it. Boy, Windows 95 is the GOAT. They don't make them like they used to. I can remember my dad getting a new computer and me being like, oh my gosh, Windows ME is crazy. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. I can still, like, remember thinking that when he got it, compared to, like, Windows 97 and stuff. We had computers for, like, ever. My dad was, like, a computer aficionado, I guess you'd say. What was the one before 95? Was it Windows... Was it just, like, Windows 92 or something? That's as far back as I can remember. Was the whatever the one was before Windows 95. But I remember having, like, these old games, and my dad taught me how to go into to load the PC into DOS to you know, get these games to work, because you could only play them in DOS. Legendary. Windows 3.1 or 3.2, some people say. Yeah, maybe. That does sound right, actually, now that you're saying it, but... Rex says we're still playing a game from Windows 95. Hey. Quad res ring, whoa! Windows 97 was out at this time. Come on. Let's get real here. Let's get real here. Captain Keen. Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I remember Captain Keen. I always pull up. This was one of my favorite games when I was a kid. I'm gonna pull it up for you. Oop. I do this all the time. So some of the regulars are gonna recognize this, but this game was so legit. Marath's World. Ooh, it was the GOAT. Just the GOAT. So, like, this down here is what the game looked like. You'd hit, like, the letter U, or you'd hit the arrow buttons to go, like, up, down, left, or right, or something. And if you wanted to, you've seen the letters up here to get to different menus. And this is the picture of the town. Like, the red ones were to buy, like, weapons and stuff, and the blue ones I think were armor. I forget exactly, but these little dash lines here. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Hold on. There we go. The little dash lines over here were ladders to go down. If they were this way, they would go down, and the other way would go up and stuff like that. See, like, this ladder's up right here. And this is how you'd fight monsters. You'd hit, like, down, and then you'd hit, like, W to attack or something, and it would essentially, like, roll dice. And it would be like, you hit the monster for 4 damage. He hits you back for 3, you know, like that. Or, like, you attacked and missed, he hit you for 5 damage and stuff like that. It was so sick. It was like RPG. But you can see, does it say here? Oh yeah, like right here. Please copy and distribute. I don't know why I said it that way, but it was just like a free, they made it and it was just like free to share, like the demo or whatever, to try to get people to buy it, I guess. So sick. They're so sick. But yeah. What kind of more imagey stuff? Oh, this guy down deep here where he's missing his arms and stuff. Ooh, got me all the time. Game is so sick. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly, yep, that was the disc I had right there. The exact disc with the Software Labs disc that you'd have to log into DOS to be able to play it. This is what the above ground looked like. Right here. And you were just like a little blinking yellow dot. I never seen this monster. This must be a new advanced version of it. Oh my gosh. Crazy. All right, but enough of that. I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time here. King's Quest 6 was cool. Yeah, the King's Quest games I really liked that one. I had that one on some kind of floppy disk or a CD or something. But I bought the entire King's Quest collection. I wish I still had it. Maybe I should buy it again if it still worked. But I think it was 1 through 7. It was on like 2 or 3 like CDs. The old school ones where you'd like walk around and you'd have to walk up to stuff. Like, let's say I want to pick up the small charm. You'd walk up next to it, and you'd have to type in, you'd open the prompt and be like, pick up small charm. And then it would be like, you picked up the small charm, and it looks magical and mystical. And you'd be like, identify the small charm. And you'd have to like, you know, everything you had to type in a prompt. And if you didn't type it in the right way, it wouldn't do what you wanted to do. It'd be like, I don't understand. Type it in a different way. Throw small charm in well. I don't understand. Type it in a different way. Take the small charm and throw it in the well. Take the small charm and put it in the well. And it's like, you put the small charm in the well. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, finally, like, why did I have to say it just like that? Crazy. Leisure Suit Larry, that was, yeah, I don't know about, I never played that one. I had heard about it, though, that's for sure. And then one of the first, I remember King's Quest, I think, was it 7 or 8? That was like full 3D. It was like third person, like 3D world view, and it was like super, super bad. It was kind of like how your head is like a square with like the face just like glued on the front, you know? Like that kind of 3D graphics from like early PlayStation 1 days, like kind of time period. The head's made up of like 9 different like flat surfaces just kind of taped together. Best thing to put a shale in? Boy, I have no idea, man. Just to plug a shale in, and boy, I don't really know what the answer to that one, Darth. I'm gonna be honest. George, are you talking about King's Quest where you'd get soft locked and there would be no hints? That's what you're talking about? I believe that for sure. For sure, because I would play it and I could never get very far in it. Yeah. So crazy. Just so crazy. Let me pull up. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just all the different King's Quest games. Web browser. So this right here, I think is the first one. This is your guy, and you could like walk over here and don't fall in the moat. This one I think is 6. Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7. I played that one. Yeah, and this one is 7 too, I think. Maybe. Or maybe that's 6. I don't remember. But yeah, this is the old school one. I remember this. Yeah, this one had the Red Riding Hood and the wolf in there, and they'd eat you. Where is this? Almost looks like a newer King's Quest. I don't know what. this stuff is. The complete collection with some new... I don't know what that is. That's weird. Where's the 3D one that I was talking about? It's not on here anywhere. Six is with his son Alexander. That sounds right. Oh, there it is. This one is legit. So legit. About to happen here. Oh boy. Look at these. What's going on here? Oh my gosh, I remember this one too. I remember I played all of these. Comment with the Beanstalk. There's like, I was looking for more of the 3D one game. I feel like it went over super bad because it would barely run on any of the computers. Like my dad's like the best computer we had. It barely ran on it at the time. Like you needed like a $5,000 computer to play it. To play these graphics right here when I was a kid. And of course it's like, yeah, why did it do that? I don't know. But this graphics right here was like a $5,000 computer in like 1995 or something. Yeah, here, after you got some armor, you looked like over here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those graphics. Look at them. Oh! My zoom out just messed up everything. Man, those were the days. Was that 8th? Was it King's Quest 8? Yeah, that was King's Quest 8. Mask of Eternity. The goat. Yeah, this would be you battling stuff. And the camera didn't even lock behind you. The camera was always floating. You could always move it the direction of where the camera was and stuff. It never locked behind your character. Boy, I need to play this game. Oh, it came out in 1998. So, 98. Okay, back to Slave. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that little. Is Myth or Peace good? Not generally, but like those are two armor rune words. But if you're talking about making stuff at that low a level, like, that's like getting a shale and looking for something to make with a shale rune. That's like super low. That's like in normal difficulty, right? So most of what you can do at that time isn't going to help you a ton, to be honest. And also on playthroughs, just melee characters are very tough. So barbecue, just a mid rune, and that's pretty much it, to be honest, today. But I've been mumbo jumbo and babbling on about a bunch of random stuff today, so. Drops the last couple days. Scuda, not super great, just a few different mid runes. Nothing insane. But today it's gonna rain high runes in just a moment. I got a feeling. Got a feeling. See, this time the monsters didn't drop much of anything. It's unfortunate. I'm kind of back and forth whether it matters if I bump it to P3 or not. Do you level faster in D2R? It's pretty much the same, with the exception of like super high levels, like 95 or higher. So Terror Zones will make you level much faster later in the game to get to 99. Before that, it's essentially the same. Yeah. Maybe a few exceptions, since you can, I'm trying to think. There's a little bit, you can level a little bit faster just based upon like the knowledge of the game has increased in D2R and stuff. But Barbecue, not a big fan. Trav farmer, don't like it too much. Generally how I am too, but I like to switch it up and just, even things that I maybe don't do often or whatever, I'll switch it up and do it. I mean, this is kind of going fine, so for me. I mean, this build is kind of has max survivability built in with Feral Rage doing like leeching like 40% life back, so I never have an issue, so. Mr. CEO, welcome in. Welcome in. Clark says, random mall in Nightmare Cows looking for the Cow King's pieces. Ooh, legendary. Legendary. Let's see, is there anything post-bail but pre-Nightmare? Darth, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that. Dennis says, cool build. It's different, you know? Yeah, it's a different one. I'm gonna bump up for the next one back to P3, I think. Just out of laziness, I was hitting players 1, but maybe we'll just go players 3. It's nice taking everything out and so fast that they never get healed again, but garbage. See, George said he used to play Stellar 7 on DOS. It was like a tank game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that game. I did not play it much. Wasn't it like everything was just like green lined, like 3D, almost like somebody like super old, like graphic design looking graphics? If I'm not mistaken. I think that's the right game. Mystic Grand Charm? That's not possible. Not possible. Very geometric. Yeah, it must have been the same game. I feel like there wasn't a lot of games back then. Oh, you hiding down here? And plus they were all like, they would just like give out the demos for free to everybody. Like if you were signed up for like a computer magazine, they would just like send you the demo discs for free, and it'd just be like, share this, copy and share this please, you know. That was how they tried to get people to get their games. So and even after CDs came out, I remember my dad used to get the CDs with some games. It would be a CD with like 35 games on it, but it was like all the demos of that were like free to distribute or whatever. CEO, no, I've not heard anything about the new season, so oh boy, yeah, this is even more dramatic than what I anticipated. The Stellar 7 game he's talking about. Look at what your tank looked like. Let's go! Yeah, this is a little bit... I remember it being like this right here. But the one I remember seeing, it was like green. Not like this. My mouse isn't here. Not like this one. But it looked like when I was playing it, it looked like this, kind of. Old games. Dad was the goat bringing games home 35 at a time. Well, it was like back in the day. It was just called shareware, where they would be like half of the game, or it wouldn't even be half the game. It would be just like 1/10 of the game, and they would just be like, share this with everybody, because the idea was you couldn't like advertise stuff like they do nowadays, games on TV, really, because it was such a small market. But you couldn't like target. The only way to target advertise to people would be, like I said, they would partner with the computer magazines, and they would send like a CD with like 30 demos on it, and then you'd play them and be like, oh, this game's cool, I want the whole game, you know. And then at some point the internet started working. Oh, and you could just download demos, and I used to download a bunch of demos. But ooh wee, we got 2 light radius, but another beautiful Lemrune. Oh yeah. Love it. A lot of mid runes popping out here. I need more highs though, more high runes. Stellar 7 stream when? Probably never, no. I could see maybe a Marath's World stream someday, but if there's some kind of emulator, I could, you know, I'm not an expert on doing any of that stuff, but. Ready for that nasty cold heading your way, says Barthamus. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, man. I forgot about that. Polar vortex! Headed to Michigan! Yeah, it's gonna be... That's not what I clicked on. Not looking forward to it. Ah! Friday and Saturday, highs. Friday night. What? Friday night in Michigan here, the high is -7. Son of a biscuit. Nice knowing you guys. Nice knowing you. -7 for the high overnight? You gotta be kidding me. Ugh. Oh well. That I have not felt -7 in a long time. To be honest, I that's one of those ones where you walk outside and you just breathe and you're just like and you just like keep your mouth covered and you just like breathe inside of your shirt so that it doesn't like burn your lungs too much. That is I'm unhappy about discovering that news. I'm gonna be honest. Gross. -60 wind chill possible this weekend? What? No way. Marshall. 3 stream streak. -7 wind chill on Friday? Come on. That's rude. That's rude. Sunil says, back in the day, he got D1 and Mech Wars, he said, on one of those demo discs. Legendary. Come on. Oh. He's busted. I don't think I've ever felt a -60 wind chill before. I honestly don't think that I have. That just like ruined my day. Can you stop healing them, please? That'd be great. Four o'clock, huh? 4 o'clock. Artemis, yo! Thank you for the generosity, my man.
And Artemis donated $19.99 through Super Chat. Yep, it's that walk outside and say nope lol. Here's my donation to your gas bill. Stay warm, buddy.
Yeah, it's about to be a $100 gas bill day right there, I'll tell you what. Good God. And my house will still be freezing because it's so old and like drafty, essentially. Thank you so much for the huge $20 super chat, Barthemus. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you. See, George saying happy MLK Day. Same to you, I suppose. Same to you. Yeah, that's why I don't have to go pick the kiddo up from school today. Got the day off for the MLK. Negative 60, you need goggles on your eyes? Yeah. That's definitely a not going outside type of day. There it is. Oh, I almost saved an exit. I almost missed it. I almost missed that 6 to life grand chime. Ooh. Can't believe it's 4 o'clock already. God, dang it. Wish I would have felt. Man, that nap yesterday just killed me. And then it makes me wake up super late today, and boy, I need to force myself to get to bed tonight. Force, force, force. Come on. Just make some tea before bed? Yeah. I mean, that doesn't really do it. Not do it. Maybe about 6 whiskey and waters, maybe, but no, I just need to. I'm going to bed at this time. This is my bedtime. Go to bed. That's what I just needed. I need to do that. Just stay up streaming. Might as well, right? Might as well. No, if I play video games for like 3 hours before I go to bed, I just like I close my eyes and I just see the video game like in my head, so I can't do that. I have to stop like an hour before I want to go to bed. Like I can't stream right up until I go to sleep. I just can't fall asleep. Too much going on up here, you know what I mean? Rune staff, good old skull collector. So I don't know who it was. I kind of got this funny story about the skull collector. I don't know why. It was just before I started my YouTube channel. I was playing the game and I hopped into a random game. It was just like public. And then, I don't remember exactly the way the conversation was going, but people were like chatting over here, you know? I could see it popping up. And, the one dude's like, oh, Ethereal Skull Collector, interesting. All that magic find on there. But anyways, the way the conversation was going, one of the guys in the game with me was like streaming. And it was like 3 or 4 of his buddies. He was streaming and they were playing with him, and then they just made a public game so it'd fill up when we were doing bail runs. And I thought it was like so crazy that I was in a game with somebody who was like streaming at the time. I never found out who it was though. And obviously, how would you? you know, ever find out. And that was like 6 years ago or 7, 8 years ago. I don't even know, but yeah. Rex, I live in Michigan. Yep, I live in Michigan. Use the tea to wash down 3 Ambien. I ain't got none of that. But we got some melatonin in the closet, but we'll see how it goes first. If I just force myself to go lay down, I'll fall asleep at a reasonable time. Like, if I can fall asleep before midnight, I'm usually fine. But like last night, because for whatever reason, I was just deathly tired yesterday, and then I passed out at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, not 4 o'clock, but yeah, honestly, probably like, it was like halftime of that first game I fell asleep, so. I ended up not falling asleep till like 2:30 in the morning or something. The local dispensary, they are literally everywhere here in Michigan. Any building that's vacant, they just put another pot shop in it around where I live. Every single one. George said he was someone was trying to buy it, like trade for his pelt / buy it, whatever you want to call it. You were on their stream because they were trying to trade for you. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to happen. Doesn't look like it. Cole says Aurora Borealis tonight, possibly. Not cold if it's not cloudy, yeah. Yeah, the only issue is where I live. There's too much like light pollution. It's too bright essentially. There's too many people with their porch lights just blasting. And we had the people across the street moved in, and they came over, and I don't even know these light bulbs they installed on their front porch and whatnot. It's insane how bright these things are. They must have moved from like a very dangerous area out to like the suburbs here or something. I'm guessing like they must have moved from like, you know, 7 Mile or something around Detroit, and they moved out here. They put these super crazy bright lights to where it literally lights up our entire house. Like if we're watching TV in our living room, we have to close the blinds at night because it's like, you know, it's literally that bright. I'm not even kidding. It's brighter during the night than during the day. Like we have to close our blinds at night to keep the light out. I'm not even. I wish I was joking, but if you can file a complaint or something about that, like these people's lights are too bright. The high beam, yeah, those the high beams, pretty much, yeah. Oh my gosh, pretty much. Come on, here we go. Ah. It'd be cool if that happened one time when we were like a little up north or whatever. Not even up north, but like if I was just like an hour further north than where I live. Because we'll go camping up there, just like not too far, but we'll just go an hour, go camping, and it's just like, you know, it's one of the skies when there's just like so there's not like a millimeter of sky that you can see that you can't like see a star because it's so dark. Just a little bit further north. Zero. Cool. What's going on? Marty says there can be an ordinance involving how many lumens bright your lights are. Boy, I bet that gets enforced a lot. Boy, to complain about how bright somebody's porch lights are, you gotta be really... Ugh. I would feel like an idiot even complaining about that, even if it was true. I'm gonna be honest. Couldn't do it. I'm just imagining the look on, like, go to the police station, the look on the person's face at the front desk. They're like, 40-year-old man, you're complaining about the porch light across the street? Are you sure you're not a 79-year-old woman that's complaining about the porch lights across the street? Like... Listen, the lights are so bright, they're annoying. We have to, like, close our blinds and stuff. It's just like, oh. Couldn't do it. Anything, too many things. But kind of thinking about it, imagine you wanted to really check everything. You'd have to set your loot filter so specific. I guess you would kind of set your loot filter just to block out, like, cracked items and, like, oil potions and stuff, huh? And, like, gold under 1,000 or something. Ah. Okay. Never's good, but we'll check it anyways. Whatever. Zero's on my side. Because when he changed the old school street lights to the new LED ones, they were super bright into your house, huh? See? You get me. You get me. Now imagine 5 streetlights shining directly at your house at all times. You get me. Rune. It does feel kind of uncomfortable leaving runes laying around because they're so useful for the crafting, of course, but we ain't about that life anymore. Cole says checks an absurd amount of magic and rares. Yeah, I pretty much check all that stuff, except I don't regularly check the armors. I probably check like 10% of the armors, like 10% of the time. There's all the assassin claws, there's all the every circlet and tiara and diadem and every Barb helm, every druid helm, magic and rare. Like, wait, where all these guys come from? I thought there it is. Huh. Good old Burzia Kantu Tantu, the goat from back in the day. Every ogre item. That really takes up a lot of my time, checking all these ogres. Man. It always cracks me up, some of these items. Like, I remember not being able to get a burst because I couldn't trade for it, and I couldn't find one. Back when Boazons were like, sick. Cole says, yet to find any 4-socketed 24 FHR armor. The only time I've found anything like that was from, like, Charcy shopping. I found one that was, like, 99 to life with 4 sockets from here, and it was just, like, a complete accident. I was like, I need to run over and repair. And I was like, yeah, I should probably check. And I was like, oh! I didn't even, like, look for it. Really. I wasn't even, like, shopping for 10 hours. I've found more of the 24 FHR ones from Charcy like that than the life ones that are 4-socketed with the FHR. Probably 3 or 4 of them, to be honest, but they're not like the base that all the PvPers want, I guess, or whatever, so they're not like, you know, they're a tough sell. They're always the extra heavy base that makes you 1% slower, so they're like, Charcy, garbage it, trash it. And why not, while we're talking about magic stuff. Cruel Legend Sword of Quickness. Oh. 4-socketed Ethereal Sacred Armor Trav Dog just found. You want that insanely high fortitude defense for your Mercenary? Or other rune words. There you go. They're hitting me pretty hard over here. Whoops. No good. No good. Who's the best to shop 320 jab gloves? Are you required to be a certain level? They're probably a certain level. I'm not too sure. I'm not expert shopper. I always do Charcy and I grab a sorceress. And what I do to shop the gloves is get a waypoint like this, because you can run over and look right here real quick, and then you can telekinesis it. And Act 1 loads real fast. And you can boop, 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 telekinesis, and you'd already be there and back by now. But you see how fast it can load on PC? Then you only need to run that distance. Or you can get one to where the exit's right here. And what you do is you run over here and you get just out of town. And then you can teleport into town as far as the screen will reach. And you can teleport to like right here. So you can run out of town and teleport into town right next to Charcy. Or do the other way. Is it technically the best? I'm not sure, but... Oop. Not really much of a shopper. I don't really like doing it, so... Oopsie. Didn't find any yet. The Pendle Portal. Yeah, but the Pendle Portal doesn't... Because they added that timer on it. So it doesn't really, in my opinion, it's not the best way to do it anymore, because then you're like,
Impossible. Impossible. I can't.
and then you can finally go through it. You know?
I can't. I can't.
Like, there's no way that's faster than Charcy.
Impossible.
But nightmare under a certain level, says Marty. Hell on ya over a certain level. So Marty on YouTube says there's some Reddit post that has all the math done out, so take your word on that one. So Sir Zeus, welcome in. Come on. Yeah, personally, I always avoid shopping, so. Could be the most boring activity in the whole game. Stash inventory management is probably more fun than shopping, to be honest. Like cleaning up your shared stash is more fun. No news, Zeus, for the new season. No news. I'm getting beat up in here. Juice. Gosh. No, I'm not going to do it. Not using a potion. I ain't no chump. I ain't no chump.
I can't carry it
Are these? I think these are too low to roll with the stuff you need on them, right? I don't remember. Don't remember. Yeah, Zero. Good point. Shopping's great when you find what you're looking for, but when you're not, it's not so great. Ding, 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 ding. True story. The Lutz, yo! Thank you for the Twitch
It's
Prime
that time of the
sub.
month again. At least Besso is helping me out with the cost of it.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. But yeah, with how fast you would need to get more walk around to shop with the sword. Like, obviously, I'm running at negative 500 miles an hour here, but wish you could telekinesis Charcy. That'd be so fast. Wait, is it yeah. But yeah. Appreciate you for the Lutz for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Double check your million messages. Any GG runes today? Depends on definite GG, so probably not. If just a few mids. Just a few mids. Really hoping to get another one, even if just like a Vex or an Ohm or something. But just some mids. You.
I can't carry anymore.
No good. Oh, Hexadane. Thank you for coming in also with a Twitch Prime sub. Ooh, appreciate you. Love when people take that money from Jeff Bezos and give it to a streamer in need. Appreciate you.
I am overburdened.
Let's see. Nothing. Ooh. Marshall got a Griffins from, must have been TZ Andy, 10-16. Well, you got a Griffin, so that's hype. Not so hype on the roll, but you know. Still, if you didn't have one before, it's a big step up. So congrats on that. N16, yeah. Doesn't get much worse than that, huh? On the roll. Doesn't get much worse. Sajin. D-Web, the other night from TZ Andy. Is that, are you saying you got a perfect one there? I think. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how it rolls. Poison and Bone. You can get one or two right. Minus 50 sounds like the highest, I think. I don't know about that other stuff. But it sounds pretty good. Congrats on that one. Will you guys stop healing him, please? That'd be great. Thank you. Perfect, but low roll on the others. So low on the... Oh, only 8. I didn't see. I missed the word only in that sentence. Whoopsie. Gotcha. Yeah, who really cares about that other stuff anyways, am I right? The skills and the minus is the thing. So, congrats on that. Oh, Marshall said that's your third Griff, and they've all been no bueno. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Pocket Infinity. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Appreciate you for that Jeff Bezos subscription. Smadino, welcome in. Good to see you. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Are they ethereal? No. Hiding Jewel over here. Oh boy. Doing pretty good. Hopefully you're doing good as well. Just, you know, living the dream. $4:39. I'm gonna have to hop off here in a minute. Get dinner going. I gotta shovel the driveway because I guess it was snowing this morning and it was super windy, so there's snow all over the driveway. And I gotta get the dishes put away and laundry folded. And typical housewife stuff, you know what I mean? Stay-at-home wife type of stuff. Oh yeah, I gotta use item find, I forgot. Stewed prune. Can't get any HRs. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully your luck will turn around in no time. Where are you going, you bum? Good attack rating and gold find on that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that now that I threw it down? It wasn't perfect on... The gold find wasn't perfect, so I just kind of quickly tossed it, but... The attack rating was up there. Was that even... I don't know what the attack rating goes to on Grand Charm's maximum when you only have 2 things rolled like that. What do you guys know? 132 with 36 attack rating? Is that like a sick gold find one if you need the attack rating? Let me Google and see, but I think it's actually not too bad. Maybe. If you're a gold finder. I'm not much of a gold finder personally. Max attack rating on a Grand Charm. According to AI, 132 is the max. And you gotta believe AI. The AI is citing my video, so it must be true. It must be true. If this guy says it, you can believe it. Must be true.
At Stewed Prune donated $19.99 through Super Chat.
Yo! Thank you for the $20 super. Ooh. Thank you so much, Stewed Prune. What a Chad. Ooh. Thanks for supporting the channel. The thing is, too, is that the AI probably doesn't know what context I said that in either. So, like, is it really sure? Like, it could have more if under a different context. You know what I mean? So, but AI does not, you know. Forgot to do the message. Whoopsie. Oh, that was, you were sending the super chat to try to get some good luck for me finding high runes. Yeah, best of luck. Hopefully, we get you some of that. And once again, thank you for the channel support. Ooh. Can you please stop healing him, bro? Okay, thank you. One eternity later. Ooh, we can upgrade that to an Ogre Mall. Oh, well, not if it's that bad. Oh. Rats. All right, I'm thinking it's about time to hop off. I gotta, like I said, go get the stuff ready and whatnot, and maybe we'll send. Let's see. How do you do this again? Bitch raids. Let's see. A redirect on YouTube. Yeah, let's send you guys over 700 days streaming with Dude Willie. How about we do that? You can talk. What's going on? Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yes, yeah, appreciate it. All right, well, so we'll send YouTube here to Dude Willie, and appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you for the super chats. A couple of huge super chats in the last like hour supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much. Means a lot. Yeah, I don't really know anybody else streaming or whatever, so we'll just do that. I forget how to do this. Do you just end stream and then it sends it? I guess so. But yeah, stick around YouTube. Dude Willie's got a cool stream going or whatever, so we'll send you there on YouTube. But yeah, with that being said, peace out and keep slaying. Ooh.